Welcome to the Relatable podcast, a safe space for open and honest conversations created for Black people.
This podcast explores how we relate to one another in our intimate connections, friendships, family, and everything in between. Hosted by 3 Caribbean women. I am Fiona, a single mom.
I'm Sherween, a very near empty nester.
And I'm Chantal, a free-spirited monogamist. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome to 2026 with the Relatable podcast. Your 3 amazing Caribbean women. We're back. And I know we have a lot to answer to, but we're back on a very positive note, listeners. Last year was in the past. And we're looking towards the future. I am so happy to be back. It's season 5. Can you all believe that? We're on season 5.
Wow.
I am still pinching myself because I can remember when we started this like it was yesterday. And now we're on season 5. So welcome, ladies. Welcome. How is everybody doing today? Fanny, how are you doing?
Hi, honey. Oh, it's so good to be back. It is so good to be back. How am I doing today? I am good. I did my morning walk and swim, and instead of doing a smoothie, I had bake and saltfish. Thank you very much.
You're right.
Thank you very much. Sounding like Elvis over here. I was like, you know what? Today feels like a bake and saltfish day. Sorry, smoothie, with all the goodness that you have for me and my gut health and everything else. I am having bake and saltfish, and it felt wonderful. Okay. So I'm good. I am here. Nevis, I don't know about St. Lucia, but Nevis has been, and my friends in London are taking the piss out of me. It has been quite chilly. Thank you.
What?
It's been chilly. Even our mornings up until like 9 o'clock, it's quite chilly. And chilly is 22 degrees. And for us, it's all relative. I know there are people listening thinking, girl, shut up. Yo, we're used to 31 and 27. It's 22 at like 9:30. That is chilly. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm here wrapped up. But you know what? I like it. I like the difference. I like being able to put on my sweaters and like making my cocoa tea, and it's actually warming me up. I'm really enjoying whatever this cold front from the place over this or so that's coming our way. I'm enjoying it. So right now, Sherween, I'm good.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Fifi, Wagwan star.
Yeah, man. I am on edge. I feel in a way. I feeling like, and Chantal, I agree. St. Lucia is nice and cool as well. It's lovely. Because sometimes like by this time of day, I'll be dripping in sweat. I want to have my second shower for the day. So I am appreciating the coolness.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel in a way like, it's as much as we're trying to avoid Mr. Orange, it's like it's right here. It's unavoidable now because he's in our backyard shouting and talking shit and kidnapping people and doing all of these things.
Thank you for calling it what it is, Fiona. Thank you.
Okay. And then, I think one of the things that has been like really, I think that has troubled me the most is the thing with the disruption and the bullying of our relationship with Cuba.
Yes.
So, a lot of us know that in terms of that with the Caribbean's relationship with Cuba's medical care.
Thank you.
Anytime there's a crisis, Cuba's there first. COVID, what? Cuba on top of that. Like, Cuba. They bring things.
Hurricane,
they bring doctors.
Cuba.
They bring in doctors.
Yes.
And then, very quietly, you saw that Antigua just decided to get rid of their Cuban doctor program. And then you're seeing all of this thing now that all of a sudden they're now accepting refugees from the US.
And Dominica, what?
And Dominica. And then this visa thing, first they're banned from having a visa.
Yes.
Then they have to pay 15,000 US to apply for a visa. And then all of this is happening in the space of a week.
And in real time.
It's very scary. So I do feel on edge.
Okay.
Having said that, one of the decisions I've decided to make, because I was talking with my manager just now before we started recording, is for me to focus on joy.
Thank you.
So it would be like a 60-40 kind of thing. So yes, I will be sharing some of the news, but mindfully so, because I know there are other news channels, people can access the information and whatever. But I think now more than ever, we need to focus on our joy, on our culture, on our self-care, our mental health more than ever. And so this is where I'm at now.
Great. This is wonderful, Fiona. And I'm happy that you're there. Truly.
But I mean, I'm there in wood. I decided to.
You're being intentional. You're being intentional about it. And that's important. And I know once we discuss, how we want to feel this year, which is what we do for our annual first episode of the year. I know all of those things we're going to be exploring and diving into. But Sherween, how are you doing?
Yes, darling. Boy, it's similar to Fee. I don't want to say conflicted. I am anxious as well. I have my concerns. Some of the worldly things, yes, but also what's going on in my personal life with my family. Right. For me personally, I'm good, I'm fine, but there's just a lot of moving parts happening around me, and I cannot ignore what's happening with Mr. Orange either. I'm me and my anxious self. Every time I see something, I start getting panicky and worrying about my kids in the UK. So it's taking its toll, but I'm trying to not let it. I'm trying to not let it get too much of me, like what COVID did. You understand?
Okay, we've learned from that, right? Right.
Yes, I've learned from it, and I'm very aware of when I feel myself going into these panic attacks and things. I'm trying to just avoid it. So in terms of personal, I have a lot going on. But amongst the sad things, there's some really good things. So I started a new beautiful job doing something.
And we want to talk about that. We want to get into it.
So much. I started a new job. I've moved back to the north.
So for those of you listening, you know what this means, right? Her and Fiona back together again.
Wow, Chantal, wow.
What?
First of all, new year, new us, okay? Just saying.
Yes, very much. There'll be a lot of changes. I'm going to say it, put it out there into the universe. Yes, Fiona and I are back together again. However, we're also more mature, and we will be trying to limit a lot of the things that were wasting time and going to concentrate on the positive and productive things as adults. I'm not saying Friday night we're not going grocery. I'm saying we will probably go to eat rather than go on bacchanal. So, positive change.
There's nothing wrong with bacchanal.
Nothing wrong with bacchanal, but too much bacchanal.
Chantal.
Chantal.
Okay. There are many things wrong. Okay.
Okay. So we're not talking about good trouble.
The bad decisions that have been made when Sherween and I are on Bounty and Coke number 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
That have cost us months of our lives.
We're approaching 2026 with on a more mature stance
Oh,
and
wow.
accepting that we're no longer spring chickens, as we
Chickens?
would like to think, and we have to
Okay.
listen to our bodies. So,
Oh,
saying that.
nice. Nice.
Um, but
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs, moving
Mm.
parts. As you all know, my dad is not well, and his decline is very, very fast.
Mm.
So that's a bit sad for me to deal with. But on top of that, I'm just trying to find the positive moments, nice moments for myself, and just
Okay.
let that dominate my time rather than the
Okay.
sadness. That's
Okay.
where I am in a nutshell.
All right. Okay. So
Yes.
we closed out 2025. And you know what? We close it out without having our annual Christmas episode, which I
Yes.
missed, right? But this is
Yes.
because life has been lifing personally and globally. I mean, we pretty much ended the year still very much in Hurricane Melissa relief effort mode.
Yes.
And so that became a priority for many of us.
Yes.
And we just didn't have the capacity to record our usual Christmas episode. It's still ongoing, of course. The relief effort is still ongoing. And now we practically have the insanity, as Fiona referenced earlier, in our backyards, which is impacting on us, which has been impacting on us. But now it's really there at the forefront. There's no avoiding it, it's there. And so, with all of that being said, we do have to be intentional in the ways that we care for ourselves, in the ways that we ensure that when we are pouring into others, that we're not just pouring from a full cup, but we're pouring from the overflow, right? So, self care, mental health, well being, top tier priorities for ourselves as well as our communities. As most people know, Island Girls Rock, mental health and well being has always been one of our 6 pillars, and Sherween knows, as being a
Mhm.
member, that we offer free mental health and well being services through our amazing partnership with La Amiga Women's Health. So we have girls and women receiving like proper mental health care sessions, etc. And that's going to be an even more pronounced thing for us going forward, right? Because we know PTSD from natural disasters in the Caribbean is real. We know generational trauma, Caribbean trauma, very specific, is very real. You know, there are many things that we're battling. And now we have the very real possibility of war in our backyard, right? There is a possibility. And so that's something, you know, as Sherween expressed, she's already anxious. Fiona has already expressed that. So for me, more than ever, this Gregorian calendar, the next 12 months, for us as individuals and for us as a collective, really has to be intentional care. We must be intentional about how we care for ourselves and our
Yeah.
community. So, what I want to know from you, my beautiful ladies, is for this year, what are the changes that you're making in your everyday routines that are enabling you to build that overflow? So, Fiona, we can start with you.
Um, boy, it's the thing is, it's tough because it's like every day is a new thing,
Mm,
and because they're in our backyard now, it's like because you could say I want to shut off, right? I'm not going
hmm.
to engage. And
Right.
okay, what can I do as one single person?
Hmm.
But then now it's like almost unignorable. Is that even a word? I don't know.
Well, it doesn't
So
matter. We can make up words. Words can be new.
yeah. um I just feel like in order to like okay, one of the things I'm doing for this year, let me tell you all,
Hmm. Mm.
is that I asked cousin ChatGPT. Okay.
Cause, cause
Yeah,
G.
right.
Right.
I said, listen, I said, you know what? I feel like I'm not managing my time properly. And I asked them to give me like a weekly schedule that will, one, allow me to be productive every day, but then to make sure that I spend time with my son, because Jeriah is 15. He's
Stop
going to be
now.
16.
I'm
He's
coming
going
off
to
the episode. Nope, I'm done. I can't.
he is going to be 16
Stop
years
it.
old, 2 years away from leaving me. It's a crucial time, Gasa. And I feel also like I'm not even enjoying Sanusha as much as I should. Like going for the walks on the beach, going to discover new part of my country. There's so much of my country I don't know. So I had to recognize that my own challenges in terms of time management and blocking in time, which was also for rest and to go for a walk with my son. And things like that. So that has been, that's the plan. Also, my plan is to make real money this year, because let me tell you something. Money does buy you happiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you an example. Money buys you the happiness of, if you want to take a flight, you can be in a comfortable seat.
Wow.
Money buys you happiness by the ability to get good conditioner for your hair so that you feel nice and your hair can grow nicely. Money can buy you happiness by buying you that book you really wanted to read. Okay. Money can buy you happiness so that you can listen to a podcast ad-free, so you're not bombarded by more brain junk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a plethora of things. And this relationship, I want to improve my relationship with money.
Oh, I love that.
And not to feel guilted
Free. Yes.
by it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. That is my goal. Chantal,
I love that, Fiona. I do. I mean, Fiona and Sherween know, and it was a big joke last year. I didn't have any income last year. and every time I say it, I laugh.
I could not believe that when you said that. You said,
listen, okay, I shouldn't say any. Okay, all right. Let me. It was minimal last year. And for those of you that don't know, I work for myself. And so last year was interesting. It was very interesting.
and you know, Shani, you survived it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And that's why I'm able to laugh. And you know what?
Yes.
It's funny because my approach was so different to what it would have been prior. I wasn't even stressed about it. And I know there are reasons why I wasn't stressed. I had a roof over my head. You know, I didn't have to worry about that. So I didn't have to worry about being unhoused because I'm in a fortunate situation where I have inherited a space that I'm renovating. Did any renovations get done last year? No. Because renovation.
I beg to differ. The space looks very different from what I saw when I came
Well, that's
there.
because I am releasing things from the space, but I haven't done.
So there was some release and
True.
renovation.
Okay. So yes, I'm releasing stuff from my grandparents' space, and so I was like, you know what, it's fine. And the reason it's fine is because I feel that I made a switch where I recognize that my bank account does not determine my worth. The figure in my bank account does not determine my value and what I'm worth to the world.
Correct.
Right? And so for me, that was probably the switch that made it a lot easier for me to just be in what it was, right? It doesn't mean that I wasn't working. I was very much working, but the projects that I was working on just were not bringing in the income. So many things that I had hoped to be able to pay off last year, it didn't happen. And initially, I was stressed about it, but then I'm like, well, what can you do? Right? And so what I chose to do was focus on what was going right in my life. And there were so many things that were going right in my life, and I leaned into that. I also now have, and it's going to sound insane, but I now have a financial advisor. And essentially, we're starting from ground zero. We're starting from ground zero. And we're looking at my money mindset and how to change that, and where a lot of my money beliefs come from, and releasing some of those things, if not all. And so we're starting from at my big age, we're starting from ground zero. And I feel good about it. And I feel good because I don't feel pressured to get a 9-to-5 job, to be what the world calls productive. I am seeking ways that align with who I am and where I am and what brings me joy. And that is, for me, what is going to generate my consistent abundance. And that is the change. And I absolutely agree with you, Fiona. Money does buy happiness because it brings ease. Yep. It brings ease and access and resources that are not available to you if you don't have this exchange, because it's an exchange. You are exchanging money for a thing or a service, right? And so if you don't have it, you don't have the ability to tap into those things. So yeah, I want big money. I want big money quietly hitting my account. Big money. Very much so. So I'm with you on that, fee 100%. And I'm very at ease about it. I feel really peaceful. And I know that the next 12 months will bring me very pivotal amounts of money, where things will be changed in my life, where I too can book a flight in a comfortable seat and not have to take the economy where I have to pay for my bag. I have to pay for this. I have to pay for that. Like, yo, can we not?
Yo, let me tell y'all, Teriba, my friend,
yes,
she took a flight the other day. She said basically on like a ghetto Canadian airline, like the Spirit Airlines of Canada.
Right.
If you do not check in online, you have to pay $25 to check in at the airport.
Excuse me?
Yes. This is what they're coming to.
What?
You have to pay to check in per person. Wow. Just now they're going to have us standing up on planes, eh? They're gonna strap us.
When you're on the tube.
They're gonna strap us to a wall, and it's if you wanna sit down, extra $150 US. I'm telling you.
Wow. Yeah, but they're already trying it out. I've seen things about
Stop it.
Trying a trial in standing.
No.
I may be wrong, but you know what the internet is like.
Please, no. Let that be AI. I cannot.
I hope it is. I stand up to go nowhere. I'll sit on the floor, but I am standing up. Sorry, pal. Anyway.
Wow. Yes. Okay. So that's one thing for you, Fiona, and one thing for me. How do you stand with money? What are your hopes for money for this year, Sherween?
Ooh, money. I've had last year was a real test for me in regards to money. And it made me realize that my 3.5 year holiday I've been on
that holiday, right,
is well and truly over. It's over. It's done. You know why? And that's a good thing.
Right.
When I came back from St. Lucia, I was really tired. I was tired from things that I did not even understand how tired I was. Okay. I realized that I never healed. I never took the time to heal from my divorce in 2017. I never took the time to stop and slow down and actually see what was happening to me mentally, physically as a result of the divorce. Over the past 3 years, my two beloved friends, you guys have been at me showing, feel the feels, do the thing, take the break, do this, do that. And I was rejecting y'all, batting y'all
Yeah,
away left, right,
you
and
were.
center, not realizing how important
Mm.
it was. And
Fiona, stop
okay,
it.
Fiona, okay, Fiona, can I just get through without the like
Fiona.
trust me,
Oh.
this is very
That wasn't
hard.
me. That was a
For
mosquito flying by the mic. Okay.
oh yes, that was very
Wow.
hard for me to admit.
Okay.
But I had to admit it to myself. I had
Mm.
to admit it to myself. And it's all these things, being in the countryside, getting the grounding, getting the being on my own. It really put things into perspective for me. I saw, especially nearer the end of the year, I looked at
Mm.
myself, and again, my birthday does that every year. Every time around my birthday,
Right,
I
right.
will do some reflecting, and I said, you know something, all of what I've been going through, experiencing, is as a result of me not willing to stop and appreciate what is happening to me, the big changes that are going on in my life and have been going on in my life, and I was not paying any attention to it. So now that I've accepted and I'm watching and I'm seeing all the things going on, I said, okay, Sherween, now you need to wake up. I need to wake up. The holiday is over.
Mm.
So hence the reason I am now working. I got a 9 to 5. It's doing something we've been doing kind of, but now I am at the forefront of it.
Can we name it, Sherween? We want to celebrate
Yes,
it.
of course we can name
Okay,
it.
well, go ahead and tell the people then.
I am the community organizer for St. Lucia for the repair campaign. So
And
I
what is
am
the repair
pushing for
campaign for those that don't
the repair
know?
campaign is a social movement looking for the for reparations for the Caribbean, backed by the 10-point CARICOM 10-point plan. So we're working we're working not with CARICOM, but we're working alongside them to push for the
Mm.
reparations from the UK and Europe. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going by the 10-point plan. So one of the first
Mm-hmm.
things we're trying to do is to get the government of the UK to apologize
Oh,
for
right.
the transatlantic slave trade. So
Mm-hmm.
once they've apologized, as them taking accountability, we could push for the other things. However,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, we're gathering
Mm-hmm.
the Caribbean islands. We have people on the ground now. So we started off with 4 of us: one St.
Mm-hmm.
Lucia, myself, Guyana,
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad, and St. Nevis, and
Mm-hmm.
we are on the
Oh, hold up.
ground.
Sorry, Fiona. Fiona,
Yes.
she
Yes.
actually said and Nevis.
Wow.
My God.
Growth.
This
I've
is a
come a
beautiful
long
moment.
way.
Serious
This
growth.
is
I
a
have come
beautiful
a long
moment.
way. You see,
Wow.
relatable family who's been there from start to finish. Y'all could clap for me. I have come a
Please,
long way. I
a
have. I
long
know
way.
I'm okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. From all divisions, we thank you.
I don't know, Chantal. You'll
She
never
did
let me
she
leave
even
that on.
she spent what, a month in Nevis and come back and
Girl.
did the same thing.
Fiona, I can't.
Wow. Okay,
Woo-wee.
it's all right.
Okay,
It's
okay.
all right. But
It's
yes,
okay.
so I I'm now back at work. I am now focusing on work and money. You asked me about my relationship with money.
Mm,
Right now, Chantal, more than anything, I am
yes,
appreciating that. If I had to go back to a 9 to 5, that's what I had to do to get where I
yes,
want to be
yes.
financially. And I've accepted that. The
Mm-hmm.
thing for me now is to build on it. I'm
Okay.
getting some really nice training, good training, stuff that will benefit me down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, yeah, getting back into the swing of thing and understanding the value of money. I know the value of
Mm-hmm.
money. I know a lot about how to deal with and work with and make money work for you. So it's now
Mm.
put it into practice. Yeah, and
Good.
that's where I am,
I
along
love
with dealing
that.
with all the other billion things that I'm dealing with.
Life.
But yes, that's where.
And I love that. And
Yep.
Sherween, you said something there, relearning the
Mm-hmm.
value of money. But I also hope
Mm-hmm.
whilst you're doing that, that you're relearning the value of Sherween.
Yes.
Okay.
I said I
Mm.
never took the time out to
Mm.
evaluate the effects of my divorce on me
Right.
mentally,
Okay.
emotionally. And it was over the holidays I realized I said, my God, over the past 5 years, 5 or 8 years, 8 years, sorry, 8 or
Mm.
9 years, I've never stopped because of the divorce. I never stopped to put any planning, much planning towards my future.
Yeah.
Like serious planning, I've not done that.
Hmm. Wow.
I never thought I would have gotten divorced. I never thought that.
Okay.
And when it happened, I told myself I put in no kind of planning, no future with nobody. So now I'm putting some serious thought into me, my future, what I want for myself, and how I'm going
Mm.
to get there. So yeah,
Mm.
it is like a second awakening, basically. That's how I'm seeing it on my life, for
Wonderful.
myself. That's why a lot of changes are happening. A lot of
Yeah.
positive changes, things I want to do for myself. I want to see myself as no want to. I see myself as this person, and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
living it. And I'm
Mm.
not going back. I'm not going back to what it was before. Towards
Mm.
building what I want for myself, the future I want for myself.
Okay. I like that,
And
Sherween.
that's it.
Yeah. And for our younger audience, if you're listening, what we want you to know is that during your life, during the course of your life, you will have several reawakenings. Never
Mm-hmm.
feel that where you are is where you're going to be. And how we
Yep.
grow is by having these very pivotal moments of change in direction, change in who you are. You know, my wish for any younger person listening is that they remain open and fluid to change. And the
Yes.
change may be unintentional and it may be intentional. It may be your intent that this version of me, I've outgrown it, or it's no longer aligned with where I want to be. And that is the
Mm.
beauty of life, that we can change. You may have grown up your whole life saying, I want to be um, an accountant or an acrobat, you know? And then you're in your 40s and you're like, you know what? This isn't who I am anymore. But because everyone
Mm-hmm.
knows me as an acrobat or as an accountant or as a lawyer or as a singer or whatever it is, you're almost second guessing yourself to turn towards someone else or something else,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, because this is who I wanted to be. Yeah, that's who you wanted to be when you were 12, babes. you know?
Yeah. And
Or
that
even
child,
like
that's so
somebody in
strong
your
and so
30s.
powerful.
You can
Yes.
Absolutely.
outgrow yourself in your 30s.
In your
Like,
40s, in
Yep.
your 50s, in your 60s,
yeah.
it doesn't
Yes.
stop. It does not stop. And don't be afraid of that. That's for
No.
me, that's what I want to say. Don't be afraid of being someone new, of becoming someone
Yep.
new. That is such a beautiful part of existing and being, is that we can become someone new,
Yep.
right?
Chantal, my daughter, Jade, showed me that. Jade, this child went to study in New York for 4 years,
Yes.
studying international relations,
Yes.
politics,
Yes.
Korean studies, Korean culture. She speaks fluent Hangul.
She's
She
amazing.
writes Hangul. She reads Hangul.
Jade is amazing. My
Chantal, do
girl.
you believe just before the child finished her course,
Uh-huh.
at the end of 4 years,
Mm.
Jade decided, you know what? I'm going back to uni to study nursing. I'm like,
I love
what?
her.
You just did 4 years of international relation and politics and this
Mhm.
and that. She took a job in politics for 2 weeks
Yeah.
at the end of her studies in July,
Mm.
sorry. And she
Mhm.
decided, this is not for me. I said, what
Mhm.
the hell? 4 years, Jade, and you decided it's not for. She said, Mommy, it's not for me. And then now Jade is studying nursing. Jade went back to medicine, which is something she wanted to do as a child. She decided
Yes.
that's who I am. Politics was something I thought I would enjoy, but seeing what's going on, and I applaud her for that. It was hard for me to accept.
I can imagine. Fiona, I can only imagine Sherween's reaction.
Yes. Yes.
I kicked up a storm and I tried, and Jade watched me in my eyes and say, "You finish? It's my life, mother.
She's not doing it.
I do what I want."
I love
and
that.
She decided to go back and study nursing. So she's now in her second degree in nursing. And I'm just like, you know what? If this child could make such an amazing, dramatic, decision like that, why am I holding on to old things? Why am I holding on to things or parts of me that, one, were not working?
Right.
Two, I could change that. I have the opportunity to change it and to be who I want to be what I want to be. So she had it was really a lot. I thought about. I spent a lot of time on my own over the Christmas. So that gave me time to reflect on a lot of things. So yeah, we can make those changes, people. We're not one thing.
We're not, and we're not here to be one thing, right? Fiona, Sherween mentioned that she spent her Christmas in solitude, much of it in solitude, and she benefited from that. How did you spend your Christmas?
I fucked off and went to Florida.
We love that.
I got a cheap flight and I booked it like probably maybe beginning of November or something. And so I went up with Jeriah. I went to my sister's house up there. My sister has the softest sofa in the universe. Into them like pillows and like the bed, softest bed. Okay.
Please, Maya, send me the link.
Let me tell you. Caribbean mothers.
Oh wow.
Living rooms are not for comfort. Living rooms are for style and fashion and presentation.
And I don't know why they call them living rooms. I don't understand why they're called living rooms. We're not allowed to live in them.
My mother's living room is pristine.
Yes, it is.
The cushions are crisp, not a wrinkle. Okay, and they're always in perfectly aligned. Whatever. That's not for you to fall asleep on. It's there for style.
I would never dare sit on your mother's living room.
Neither do we. And I live there. Okay, so it's like going there and sinking into the softness. Oi, like, and you know what's also nice? No mosquitoes,
girl.
No sandflies,
girl.
Tell you, life changing. I say, yo, like it made me start thinking, like contemplating, like if I could move to Florida somehow. Even though Florida they have mosquitoes, but like by my house don't have. So I was like, yo, so it was just, and I did very little. Very little. I didn't even buy like anything for myself. I didn't go shopping. Didn't do none of that. I was just chill. And that's just exactly what I needed. And that's what I did. New Year's, we bought some fireworks from the supermarkets.
Girl.
So some puppy show fireworks, but they were lit for us. We make how much noise.
That's
and
right.
I will let you know about I'll let you know a tradition I found out about. It's a Hispanic tradition because we saw a man doing it, and we decided to do it too. And in New Year, when it's New Year's, right? You take a suitcase and you walk around the block with your suitcase. And that is supposed to give you a year's worth of travel. Good travel.
Oh, wonderful.
So we took our speaker, we blast our Caribbean Christmas carols, and we walk around the block with our suitcase.
Oh my gosh, Fiona, I love that.
And that's how we brought in the New Year. And after that, we went and watched Stranger Things finale. And that was that.
I love it so much, though. I love that.
I slept. I didn't even know when the New Year hit. All I waited up for was when it was 8 o'clock in the UK to wish my kids in the UK.
Right. Right.
And then I went straight to sleep. Next day, I wake up and they say Happy New Year. I say, oh.
That's right. Nice.
None of that. But nice. I'm happy. I'm happy you did that. I'm happy. Go. More travel, Fiona. Jesus.
I know.
More travel.
More and more travel. Yeah,
I put forward that it's first class and up. Well, no, first class, business class. Okay.
Of course.
Only.
Of
Yes. Yes.
course.
You
But
deserve.
yes,
Chantal, how was your, Nivision?
My Navision Christmas. You know what? It was a wonderful, I had the best Christmas I've had since I've moved home.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, because usually I'm quite melancholy during Christmas, and I feel very alone because Christmas is very much centered around family and partnerships and, and couples and stuff. And I have been unpartnered for many years. And my family, it's normally just me and my dad because my mom spends Christmas with my other sisters and my sister's children in England. And so we just have a chilled Christmas, but it's, I don't know. This year, I just was like, bun that. And also, Christmas is carnival here, right? And since I've come home, I've never really been, I mean, I go down to watch the parade and whatnot. But I've never really been about the carnival. I was very much into carnival when I grew up here. I did Juve, troops, went to the shows, did all the things. I am very much not interested in the shows. They're long. I can't take it. But I was very intentional this year in accepting invitations to go out and to go to gatherings and to go to parties. And in so doing, it was one of the most wonderful Christmases I've had, in that it became about connecting with people and being with people and laughing and dancing and doing all the things. So, whilst it wasn't like Christmas carol singing or anything like that, I spent time with people and really enjoyed it. A lot of my classmates were home for Christmas, and normally I do not go to gatherings because I'm like, I don't want to people. I don't want to people. But I went and it was so wonderful. And I'm like, Shani, these are your people and they love you and you love them. So hello. And life is so short and fragile. One of my classmates, he has MS. And so we went out with him. We met up with him one night, and he was saying to us as his classmates, this is the most beautiful thing for him, to be with us, just liming at a beach bar, joking around, catching up. And, a couple of us got teary-eyed because it was like, oh my God, to hear one of the men. So it wasn't one of the women, it was one of the men. And it was just like, oh God. And then another get together was at his house, and he has the most beautiful home and the most beautiful pool. And the sun was setting because he lives up in the hills. And I'm like, yo, it was just lovely. And then one day, me and another friend, we went to the market to get all our fruits and veggies. And it was just a wonderful time of gathering. And I enjoyed it immensely. New Year's Eve is never a thing for me. I think it's hype. And also my New Year starts in spring, so I'm never really concerned about that much. But in saying that, I got up and looked at the fireworks from my house, because the fireworks are usually on Peony's Beach. And then I can see the fireworks in St. Kitts at the Park Hyatt. So that was beautiful to be home, just watching that from my house. And then the next day, just met up with a friend of mine. We did the parade in St. Kitts. It was just a fun day. When we finished the parade, we're like, yo, we're going to my friend's house to eat, So we went from the parade to my friend's house. Then I jump on a boat and come home to Nevis from St. Kitts. And it was a full moon. And so I'm on this boat. The moon is up. And I'm like, yo, I live here. I live where I can go to St. Kitts for the day, go to the parade, walk up with my friends, go to my other friend's house to eat, jump on a boat in the moonlight, on the water, and come home. How beautiful is that? And I just thought, what a way to start the new year. Yep. Right? And for me, that leads into how I want to feel for the new year. I want to feel content. I want to feel content, and I want to do things quietly. Yeah. I want to do things quiet. I want to live my life magically and quietly. I want to continue doing all the amazing work that we're doing with Island Girls Rock. I want to continue podcasting. I want to live offline and quietly and magically. That's what I want for 2026. What about you, Sherween? How do you want to feel?
Girl, I want to you took the words right out of my mouth. I want to live my life this year with balance. Chantal, I'm accepting that there will be good and there will be bad. That's life.
Of
Life is
course.
balance. When you're happy, in order for you to experience happiness, you have had to experience sadness.
Yes.
So for me, it's all about balance.
Okay.
And what I am leaning into this year is less talk and more action. More action to work towards what I want for myself. That's me. That's it for this year. Let's talk, more action and balance.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, Fiona?
I disabled my personal Instagram.
Same.
Yeah, I good him. I good on it because I just felt like it was pointless. It has lots of nice memories and everything, but I find it distracting. And when you're talking about doing things quietly, I'm like, who are y'all people watching my business? If I want to share some with my friends, I will message y'all and share it. Like I feel like it's a distraction. Like even like New York Caribbean, as much as like my algorithm is very good, unless Sherween sends me some, because we have a group chat.
Wait. My algorithm, I'm gonna fix it, okay? I'm gonna try.
No, Sherween's algorithm is hilarious, but it's in the pit of hell also. But yes, it's in terms of like my algorithm, even though my algorithm is full of politics and art and all of those things, it's still very distracting. And so I just felt like if I talking about, oh, I want to have this and I want to make this amount of money and I have all of these goals, well then like I have to get rid of those distractions too. Like the personal Instagram page is neither here nor there. It's not making me money, it's actually taking away from my money making. It's not making, it's taking.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the bar. So that's what I think, that's what we need to think about like for this year. Like, is it making or taking from you?
Yes.
Making for you or taking from you?
And also, and not even just in a monetary type of way, but energetically. Energetically, is it bringing good energy or is it depleting you? If it's depleting, it's got to go.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I'm along the same lines. I was actually thinking of my Instagram, and then all of a sudden last week I finally made it to 1,000 followers, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing with this? Because I never wanted that's what the thing. I never wanted my Instagram to be. I was never looking for followers. I always wanted to grow organically. I did not want to be pushing for, because my Instagram is very much my personal stories, my personal life, my personal things. So I'm not there pushing for a huge audience.
Yes.
So I was thinking, okay, what do I do now?
Yes.
What do I do? But anyway, don't worry. Time to come. We'll see. I'll decide what I'm doing.
Exactly. So it sounds like we're all pretty much aligned for how we want to feel and how we want to experience the next 12 months. We would love to hear from you, our listeners. How do you want to feel? How do you want to navigate the next 12 months? If you're in the Caribbean, how are you feeling about this wreck being in our backyard? Let us know. It's so good to be back. You'll hear more from us this year. We promise. And I promise may be a comfort to a fool, but truly, you're going to hear more from us this year.
It is our intention.
Okay, it is our intention. All right. We love you guys so much. Wishing you the most magical year yet. We love you. Take care. And always remember, a shared journey
brings
Bye.
That was nice. Bye.
Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.